7 Central on GSN.
Get ready to match the star. Bert Convy, Brett Summers, Gary Burghoff, Marianne Mobley, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded big money match game 75. And now here's the star of match game 75, Gene Rivers.
I went on a fishing expedition.
That's terrific.
Thanks. Who put my microphone down there? You did that, you rascal.
I cannot tell a lie.
Yes.
Well, not the truth either.
No?
Yes. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, you?
Yes, sir.
Good. How are things going on Tattletales?
Very well, thank you.
Splendid. In most markets, you know, your show follows my show.
Yes.
In my market, it does not.
In your market?
You're on at 11 o'clock
Where do
in
you
the
shop
morning.
at? Safeway? I don't
No.
know. Oh,
The
Boston.
A&P.
Sorry. In Boston, it
Yeah.
doesn't? We're on when in Boston?
11 a.m.
In the morning.
Yes.
No mention of one of the #1 shows on the air, MASH.
Which one is that?
MASH. Yes.
Following Good Time.
This is...
Just daytime shows.
How soon they
Tyler
forget.
Moore's in Chop
Yeah.
River.
It's a plug in there.
All right.
I'd like to say that my show, Masquerade Party, is #1 in Guam.
All right, let's
like
say
to
hello
say
to our
that,
two
but it's
players,
number
Terry
2.
Ferrari and Jim Somerset. How are you today, Terry?
Terrific.
She's our current champion here. It's $1,550. And she's being challenged by Jim, and we have no score. You had your question, and you didn't do anything with it, or nothing happened for you.
Correct.
And your question is about to come up, right? Middle of round 1. Okay, we'll pick up from that point right after this message.
The Pyramid. Today, 3-2 Central. Only on GSN.
It started long ago. The joy of giving something everything you've got. It takes passion. And it's not letting up anytime soon. If you're eligible for Medicare, you might know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare supplement plans, they help pay some of the difference and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. You'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and you never need a referral to see a specialist. So don't wait. Call now to request a free decision guide to help you understand Medicare and which AARP Medicare supplement plan might work best for you. There's a range to choose from, depending on your needs and your budget, and they all travel with you, anywhere in the country. Best of all, you'll be joining the millions who have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP, an organization serving the needs of people 50 and over for generations. Remember, all Medicare supplement insurance plans help cover some of what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. You'll be able to choose any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients, and you never need referrals. So call now to request a free decision guide and learn more. After all, when you're going the distance, it's nice to have the experience and commitment to go along with you. Keep dreaming. Keep doing. Go long.
Okay, here we go with the first round question for Terry. Let's see how she does with it. The Tidy Bowl man said, I got this job because I had previous experience. I used to work in a blank. The Tidy Bowl man said, I got this job because I had previous experience. I used to work in a blank. Well, it's entirely up to you, creative people, actors and actresses all. Use your imagination.
I can do Lady Macbeth, but I can't answer that question.
I can't spell my answer. I know what I want to say.
All right,
Well,
honey, I'll tell you how to spell
I'll help you spell it.
No. She's
Whisper to me what you want to say, and I'll help you spell it.
watch right here. You'll see where I'm heading.
All right.
Never used it.
Is that right?
I hate that too. Yes, perfect spelling.
No, that's not. No.
Is it not right?
That's wrong.
Oh, wrong.
I'll spell it for you.
Thanks, Teach.
Hold the card still. Hold the card.
You come here often, do you? You're a big fella, aren't you?
There it is.
I really like this
It's
suit.
true what they say about you Hollywood types, isn't it? Okay, everybody ready? Now, we'll come over here to Terry for what happened to the question. Anyway,
Here
where
it
was
is.
the
I
question?
have it.
Oh, there's the question there. Read it to
Tiny
Terry.
Bowl Man said,
Hollywood types.
the Tiny Bowl Man said, I got this job because I had previous experience. I used to work in a blank.
Okay,
Well, I
Terry,
think Gene will
how do you
say,
fill in that blank? First thing you know, you'll have your own show.
You got nowhere to go but
You know
up.
what? She says I used to work in a sewer.
A sewer?
All right, Bert, show him how good you can spell.
I can't read the writing. I said I used to work in a reservoir.
A reservoir.
A reservoir.
Okay.
It's easy
Yes.
for you to say.
And she says sewer. Brett, what do you say?
Well, in memory of Charles, he has passed over the other side, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't. Just
the
a
other
you.
side of the street. I said toy factory.
A
Was
toy
that-
toy.
Is that?
No.
How
that
about a
doesn't-
nice turkey joke?
No, that doesn't match sewer. Gary, what have you got there?
I said he used to work in an aquarium.
In an aquarium. Yeah. Well, that's a place with a lot of water. Okay, the answer
a
is she's
aquarium.
looking for. Because I had previous experience, I used to work in a sewer. She said, what do you say, Marianne?
Well, I said the same thing, just a little differently. I said in the Los Angeles Sanitation Department. Yeah. And that's sewer.
No.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
That's also garbage collection. It could be any number of other things. Put your hand down and shut up. All right, Richard.
Oh, and I thought that was very clever.
Yes, it was.
Certainly was.
Nice try, but no cigar.
I see.
Now, Richard.
Well, how many people have been in front of me? 4 people, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's about time that we got something going for Terry. Let me think what I've got. Oh, not this time. Yeah. Sewer.
Sewer. There's one for you, Terry. One sewer.
When I was a kid, I wrote my mother once that I was a rotten sower, but it comes out I was a rotten sewer, but that unfortunately was not now a fish tank.
A fish tank. Okay,
Well, I
so at
was
the end
the
of round
best.
1, it's 1-0. Favor the current champ. And now, Jim, please make a selection for the beginning of round 2.
I'll take 8.
A. He didn't match anybody the first round, so it means everybody plays again. Gloria. Gloria got hungry in the woods and started eating fireflies. Now her blank lights up in the dark.
Dear.
You remember Gloria?
Yes.
She's a sweet girl.
Gloria was all right.
She looked a little bit like Marianne.
Last time I
Yes.
saw her, she was a little lit.
Right. Walking right through the woods there. Got hungry and started fireflies. Gloria got hungry in the woods, started eating fireflies. Now her blank lights up in the dark.
Isn't that a cute question?
Yes, it's a darling question.
Listen, when you eat that many fireflies, anything could light up.
Really? Ready,
She
Gary?
talks so funny, I can't
Jim
understand her.
Somerset. Gloria got hungry in the woods and started eating fireflies. Fireflies.
Get that man some Orifix.
Mine! All mine, I tell you!
Careful, you'll pull yours out.
I want to see it even
I
happen.
know they're yours. You paid for them.
Gloria got hungry in the woods and started eating fireflies. Now her blank lights up in the dark, Jim.
Her behind.
Really? Well. All right. Well.
I am.
He said her behind lights up in the dark.
Well, technically, he's correct, isn't he? Because isn't that the part of a firefly that I said her tail, which is, I
Her
believe.
tail?
Yes.
There's one for you, Jim.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, Brett.
Look, you can't see the forest for the trees.
Those are trees there on that sweater.
Lost his reindeer.
I said navel.
Her navel. That's good. That's good, my dear.
I suppose.
Don't you boo me.
That's good. Leave that lady alone there. Gary?
Ho, ho, ho. It was Christmas all year. Her bust.
Her bus. Oh, that must have been a lovely sight. What do you say, Marianne?
Well, now listen, everyone knows that her ears light up and then she twinkles them. I mean, she twirls them.
Really?
Twirling
Now,
you
wait a
there.
minute. If you don't brew Brett,
Yes, she's got the same problem.
Or fix for two, please.
Okay.
Girl, what'd she do? Swallow?
She's now her blank lights up in the dark after eating fireflies.
If she wears clothes, you wouldn't see her derriere, would you?
who
Be
said
honest.
she wore clothes?
Well, she does. No, her nose.
Her nose lights up in the dark.
She also did a very good impression of Jimmy Durante.
No doubt.
Well,
with
I
that
just
sort of
thought
thing.
I'd point that out.
Her blank lights up in the dark. He says behind. What do you say?
Well, all those others are old wives' tales. Her nose lights up.
No. Well, we got two noses there. So that's 1-1 in the middle of round 2. And now this message for you.
Mom, can I have True
Chocolate milk.
Hey, it's good for them.
Really?
You betcha. It's got the chocolatey taste kids love and no high fructose corn syrup.
So what's the bad news?
I got nothing.
True Moo, a truly good thing, fresh from your trusted dairy.
It's that time of year again. Medicare open enrollment. Time to compare plans and costs. You don't have to make changes, but it never hurts to see if you can find better coverage, save money, or both. And check out the preventive benefits you get after the healthcare law. Open enrollment ends December 7th, so now's the time. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Balsamic vinegar and oil. Authentic Italian herbs. Just a few of the ingredients you'll find in Hidden Valley's Italians and Vinaigrettes. You know Hidden Valley for our ranch, but you've never tasted anything like this.
Let Betty Crocker do the measuring and get a head start on delicious homemade cookies. Just pour, mix, love.
Non-lawyer paid spokesperson. Attention women who had bladder or prolapse surgery. The FDA reports dangerous complications resulting from some synthetic mesh used in prolapse and bladder surgeries. If you suffered serious complications from the synthetic mesh used in your bladder or prolapse surgery, you may be entitled to money. Call our lawyers for a free, confidential consultation. 800-589-1956. That's 800-589-1956.
People really love Snapshot from Progressive. But don't just listen to me. Listen to these happy Progressive customers.
I plugged in Snapshot, and 30 days later, I was saving big on car insurance.
With Snapshot, I knew what I could save before I switched to Progressive.
The better I drive, the more I save. I wish our company had something this cool. Yeah. You're not filming this, are you?
Aw, camera shy. Snapshot from Progressive.
Test drive Snapshot before you switch. Visit Progressive.com today.
So what happens if I'm in an accident and need to get my car fixed?
Progressive makes it easy because we give you choices. You can pick where to get your car fixed. We can cut you a check. Or at our service center, we take care of everything for you.
Oh, so many choices.
Take your time.
The service center.
Okay.
Giving you choices. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
4. Now we're ready to carry on here, finish this game. We got a tie at this moment. Terry can break the tie by matching one celebrity and winning another game. That'll be her 4th game. A little riddle for you.
Oh, good.
What goes... What goes ho, 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 psh, ho, 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 psh.
I don't know what the hell does go on.
The answer, blank caught in a revolving door. You don't play, do you?
Say that, I want to see you do that again.
What goes ho, 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 psh, ho, 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 psh, ho, 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 psh.
Are they still there? They didn't fall out, didn't come loose?
Right an answer there.
It isn't Toscanini, is it?
That was true. You sure Gene Kelly started like that?
That's right. Now, my next dance. Would you like to see 5th position? How about that? Oh, that's 6? Yeah. Are you ready? I'm just doing all of this. All right, here we go. Terry Ferrari, a little riddle for you. You have to do it? No, yes, I do.
One more time.
What goes ho, ho, ho? Ho, ho, ho. The answer, blank caught in a revolving door.
I'll have to go with Santa.
Santa Claus. Caught in a revolving door. There's a couple of other answers there. What do you say?
Really? Yeah, I thought about Toscanini or whoever, or Henry Jaffe, but I came up with Santa.
Santa Claus. That wins the game. What else have you got there? The Jolly Green Giant? No Jolly Green Giant? Lie down. Okay, Jim, we've got to say goodbye to you. We thank you for being with us. We've got a gift for you, and the best of luck to Jim Somerset. So long, Jim. How do you feel?
Ooh, pretty high.
You feel pretty high?
Yeah.
Really? Just from going around in the thing there once? Just don't hyperventilate now. Take a deep breath, and we're all ready to. You got $1,650. You're going to try for a lot of money here. We polled a recent studio audience. Remember, we got their best response to this. Blank puff. The answer they gave most often is worth $500. You got to match it, though. If you don't match that one, you match the next one, you get $250. And the third, $100. Whom do you choose?
Richard.
Richard. She chooses you.
Something that Bert and I use on the street, a powder puff.
Powder puff.
Wait a minute.
Okay. And
Bert.
you choose the powder puff,
yes.
fellow. Yes.
I was going to say Huff and Puff.
Huff and puff.
Huff and Puff.
Okay.
Now I wish I hadn't.
Betty.
Betty?
Cream puff.
Cream puff. So you got Huff and Puff, Powder Puff, and Cream Puff. Do you want one of those, or do you want to give us one of your own?
I'll have to go with cream puff because that's what first came to my mind.
You thought of Cream Puff right off the bat. All right, that's the one she's looking for. Betty White's suggested answer. Let's find out if it's up there, and if so, where. First, may we see the $100 response? Cream Puff, right off the bat. Well, that surprises me. I really thought that was going to be the $500 thing.
Powder.
You think powder's going to be up there? What's in the number 2 slot? Huff and Puff.
That surprises me.
And you think Powder Puff is in number 3? All right, fine. Here we go. Let's see it. All right. Okay. You don't have to be smug.
Who gave you Benedict Canyon?
Yeah.
And Chester Arthur.
Now you're going to play for $1,000, Terry. And remember, you got to match one of them. Which one will it be?
I'm going to go with Richard.
All right, Richard. Here we go. Face me. And here is the $1,000 question. Blank Frost. F-R-O-S-T. Now, he's finished. And Terry, we need an answer from you which you think will match his. What do you say to that? Blank Frost.
Jack.
You say Jack Frost. All right, Richard, for $1,000, may we see your answer, if you please?
I'm English, Don. Who had his own talk show? Who?
David.
David.
So I wrote Jack.
Turkey.
Now, Terry, you got $2,750. Are you ready to meet another player? All right, bring on your challenger, Dolly Pressler. Okay. Hello there. All right. Well, don't move it once the lady's aboard the merry-go-round. You know Dolly, Terry. How's Dolly Pressler today?
Just fine, thank you.
Good. Where are you from and all that?
Well, I was born in Canada, and I've lived here for 13 years, and I live in Redondo Beach with my fantastic husband and our 16-month-old baby boy, and I'm a part-time medical assistant.
Good luck to you here, Dolly. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I brought my friend.
What is that?
I brought my friend.
Is that a little good luck omen for you?
I'm hoping he is.
What's it called? Or he?
I couldn't bring my rubber duck, so I thought I'd bring my furry duck.
Oh. let's just hold it up here.
Oh, there goes the luck.
There's a little furry duck that she thinks is going to bring her good luck, and we'll find out if it does or not right after we find out about this message of interest. Oh, there you are.
For the past 40 years, no one has had more coats for your family than Burlington, with a huge selection of brands and a wide variety of styles for any occasion, any activity, any weather, and always at the best prices. Burlington. Brag about it.
It's comfort food, but I'm not getting too comfortable with my meatloaf recipe. Tonight, I'm adding a packet of Hidden Valley Original Ranch. It's ranch-style meatloaf.
Hidden Valley Ranch. Mix it up.
My new Dyson has the strongest suction of any vacuum.
Well...
Oh, here we go again.
Tests prove that the new Shark Rotator cleans carpets better than your new Dyson.
Shark? How cleans this $600 Dyson?
My Shark Rotator has enhanced swivel steering, and Shark has become the most recommended vacuum in America.
Is there anything it doesn't do?
It doesn't cost $600.
Oh.
Shark deep cleans better than Dyson, and only 1/3 the price.
Want to bring style and elegance to your home this Christmas without the hassle and stress? Using their patented True Needle technology, Balsam Hill provides the most realistic and beautiful artificial Christmas trees. These needles won't fade, die, or turn brown like a real Christmas tree. You'll never have to bother with the mess again.
It definitely brings the whole home together. I really love it.
Balsam Hill trees are so realistic and beautiful that they have been featured by top set designers for shows like the Ellen DeGeneres Show. It's no wonder Balsam Hill is backed by the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and has been awarded for their quality and realism. Go to shopbalsamhill.com now to find your perfect tree.
It's the centerpiece of our holidays.
If you want the style without the stress this Christmas, call now or go to shopbalsamhill.com and receive $25 off your artificial Christmas tree order and receive a free storage bag.
Let me tell you something about the Newlywed Game. Don't ever play it safe.
The Newlywed Game, a brand new season Thursdays, starting at 8, 7 Central, only on GSN.
All right, now if you're all set, I got your thing is crooked there. Let's straighten that out. Okay, now I'll push this button here and ask Dolly to make a selection.
B, please.
B, we go again with a brand new game. The rabbit said, "Woe is me. I had an accident with a porcupine, and now it hurts when I blink." The rabbit said that. Had an accident with a porcupine. Now it hurts when I blink. Come back. Come back, little Sheba.
Oh, I don't like these rabbit questions.
Give me
a good turkey question, will you?
Okay. All right. Now, this group is ready, and that group is
ready.
All right. Group, Dolly Pressler. The rabbit said, "Woe is me. I had an accident with a porcupine, and now it hurts when I...
Sit.
When I sit." Well, I guess she thinks he backed into a porcupine.
Yes, well, I think he definitely got it there too, but it hurts even worse when he hops, because you come down hard.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, that's smart.
Very bad. What do you say?
Well, I didn't know what kind of accident you meant.
Well,
I hung on to the hop.
Hop, okay. We left that to your imagination. Gary?
You know the old Abbott Costello routine where you used to go hop.
Yes. I remember that. Do you remember that?
I remember it so well. I would.
You see hops too. A lot of hoppers here. Are you a hopper?
We've got enough hops here to open a brewery, haven't we?
There it is. Okay. I had an accident with a porcupine. Now it hurts when I sit, is what Dolly said. And most people are saying hop. What are you saying?
Is there anything that says you have to stay on all week?
No.
You can bail out after 3 shows, multiply.
Now it hurts when I multiply. Apparently that's the audience's favorite answer. And now we'll find out what we've got here for Terry. Grandma said, she said, "Oh, my life with Grandpa was dull, 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 dull. Until I put blank in his hot chocolate." That's what she said. Dull, dull, dull.
and I put blank in his hot chocolate.
That's a baddie. Okay.
You can say that again.
You're ready. You're ready. You're ready.
I'm always ready.
Semper Paratus.
Is there a regular, I mean, is there an answer?
Put some answer down there. Come on now.
Is there no such thing as a regular answer in this show?
If there is, I have
Well, every once in a while.
Charles, where are you?
Every once in a while, there's a question where there's a regular answer.
Grandma said,
My life with Grandpa was dull, until I put blank in his hot chocolate. What? What?
She says, can you say aphrodisiac on television? You just said it, honey. That's your answer, and that's what we have to go with. She says, can you say aphrodisiac on television? What do you say, young feller?
I said she put Tabasco in his
Tabasco in his hot chocolate.
Gave him hot pants.
Oh,
is what
that'd
it did.
wake him up, I say. What do you say?
I said I wish I'd stuck with my original answer. I said pepper. I'm sorry.
Pepper. And what do you say, Gary?
I just said booze.
Booze would do it. That'd spike the hot chocolate.
This is the present.
Yes,
it
it
needs
is.
a special touch.
It does?
Yes, and that special touch is geritol.
Is that an aphrodisiac?
No?
Oh, okay.
Well, it's advertised as one. I've been drinking it for years.
What do you got on the card there?
What do you think? Geritol.
Oh, I see. Dull, 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 and until pull a blank in his hot chocolate, and she said aphrodisiac.
Now, this is not a comment. It's an answer. Booze.
Booze. Okay. Well, that was a darling answer. I don't care if they didn't match you. Didn't you think that was a darling answer? Yeah. Okay, so we got no score at the end of round one, but we do have a message for you. This is it.
The Pyramid. Today, 3/2 Central. Only on GSN.
Look, Grandma, they have a Hobbit menu.
I know. Apparently, they based an entire movie off of it.
Try the all-new Hobbit-inspired menu, only at Denny's, and see The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey.
Debbie Boone for Lifestyle Lift.
Imagine waking up, going to the mirror, and seeing yourself the way you looked years ago.
So many friends don't know really what I did. They just know I look great. Run, do not walk, and go get it done.
I'm just amazed. It's great. I couldn't be happier. It feels great to be 72. I invite you to do something for yourself that truly will light up your life. Call now for information and your free kit and begin to imagine what will be possible for you.
I would definitely recommend the Lifestyle Lift. It changed my life.
I do like the results, and I'm very pleased.
It has given me the comfort of being a feminine, attractive woman. This was really a healthy thing for me, and I love it.
Call right now to receive your free information kit. There's absolutely no obligation.
Lifestyle Lift, a breakthrough medical process that really does turn back the hands of time.
Give yourself the gift of a Lifestyle Lift. Call right now. The redesigned Glade candle. Its pretty new shape quickly fills a room with fragrance. And a room with fragrance sets the stage for life. Get fragrance fast in a variety of inviting scents. Introducing the new candle from Glade.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Gotta quit now, ladies. We're in the end of round one, no score. And when we get back together again next time, don't spoil your record. Listen, you are splendid as usual. And we hope you will all come back next time because you're bound to the desk to come back.
Welcome to the Liars Club.
That's what I always say. Leave them with a laugh.
That's it.
You're talking down to us, Gene. It's embarrassing.
What?
You're talking down to us.
No,
It's
I'm
embarrassing.
not talking to you. You were grand. Now this is Gene Rayburn Match Game 75. Join us next time. Goodbye.
B-E-A-T, feed the chefs! Feed the chefs!
This Thanksgiving, let's be grateful and grab a plateful. Wow! It's the Beat the Chefs Thanksgiving Day Marathon. High-stakes cuisine and nothing to clean. The Beat the Chefs Thanksgiving Day Marathon. Tomorrow starting at 8 a.m., 7 Central. Only on GSN.